Garry Paskwietz and Darrell Rideaux here to preview the USC matchup with the Washington Huskies on Saturday. Darrell, you can't fake a big game atmosphere, and this one on Saturday is going to be big. Washington sitting there at number 4 in the country, SC riding a 5-game winning streak. It's going to be good. Let's break down a couple of the matchups. Let's start off with the USC defense against the Washington offense. Jake Browning, their quarterback, number 1 in the nation in passing efficiency and touchdown passes. What does USC need to do to make him uncomfortable?
You know, if you're USC, look no further than the play calling of Clancy Pendergast. I don't think that USC should try to do anything that they haven't been doing all week. Week in and week out, they've been going up against prolific offenses. So what better way than to build that, take that type of momentum onto the road and play spoiler up there at Husky Stadium?
And then a big key for USC is going to be against the run game of Washington. Stevie Tuikolovatu in the middle of the Trojan defense sprained a PCL ligament in the game last week. Encouraging right now. The hope is that he's going to be there on Saturday. What kind of an impact would Stevie have if he's limited or if he can play?
You know, he is such an anchor and a plug in the middle of USC's defense. And what he does is he commands so much attention, causing 2 linemen to have to pay attention to him. That frees up these linebackers to roam freely around the line of scrimmage. If USC is going to have success and Stevie can hobble into the stadium, expect him to suit up because his services will be needed come Saturday night.
And then flipping over to the other side of the ball, the USC offense against the Washington defense. Yeah. Washington, number 1 in the nation in turnover margin. 8 different categories where they have a top 25 ranking. But Sam Darnold in the USC offense averaging 570 a game over the last 5 games.
Yeah, you know, something has to give, and we're going to finally find out what USC is truly made of, playing away from the friendly confines of the Coliseum on the road. Can they continue this momentum under Darnold with his great decision-making and his distribution of wealth amongst these great receivers that they have at USC? But they are going to be challenged. And what you're really going to notice the challenge is inside the red zone. When those pockets become a little bit smaller, what type of decisions will we see? Will we see the emergence of these tight ends come to play? I love this matchup, Garry, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen.
It's going to be interesting to see the tailback rotation. Justin Davis should be back for this game. How do they incorporate him back into things along with Ronald Jones? Darrell, one of the matchups on both sides of the ball that I think is going to be fascinating is the passing game.
Yeah.
The receivers against the DBs, both ways, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
You know, you talk about a game within the game, but when you think about Washington and the type of success that they're having, it goes no further than John Ross and Dante Pettis at the receiver position. These guys are very prolific and also great returners. Up against the marquee defensive backs such as Adoree Jackson and a healthy Iman Marshall, I love this matchup. The game within the game can be also seen on the opposite side. USC's explosive offensive receivers versus this stingy defense. I love the matchup, and the team that plays cleanly and is able to, like I said, take advantage of those one-on-one matchups when they get them and execute, I think that's where the advantage is going to be had. But I call it a toss-up so far.
And this is going to be a statement game for one team or another. Yeah. Like we mentioned, Washington, they're having a game that's a year that's special right now for them. 9-0, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. But the Trojans, they got it going right now as well, 5 in a row, so they want to prove that this isn't a fluke. That's going to be a war on Saturday.
Yeah, you know, and USC has earned the right to be in the top 25, coming into this game at number 20. Game day is there. This is the big game matchup. And look, call this the homer in me, but I actually believe that Washington has a glass jaw. And I'm curious to see how they respond when USC comes into the stadium, marches down the field, and scores a touchdown. Will they react? Will they get on their heels and play nervous because they have a lot to play for, trying to defend their number 4th ranking? A lot to be said, but USC should come into this game with a lot of confidence because all the pressure seems to be on the other side of the field.
Going to be a lot of fun to watch. For Darrell Rideaux, this is Garry Paskwietz, WeAreSC.